Today on MTG Unpacked, we're cracking open a core set 2020 Deck Builders Toolkit. And with me to do the pack blessings, we have Chandra, so she will be here to get us the crazy pulls we're looking for. So let's set her aside, check it out. So this is if you want to start off building decks, this is a good way to do it. So you get 285 cards with everything you need to create multiple Magic decks. We also get 4 15-card booster packs from recent sets, so I'm curious what we get there. 100 basic land cards, Deck Builder's Guide, 125 cards from recent sets, and a reusable card storage box. So let's get stuck into it. And incidentally, we cracked open the Deck Builders Toolkit from core set 2019 as well. I think they also did one for Ravnica Allegiance. So they don't always produce these, but when they do, it's pretty cool to check out. So we will lay everything out here first. With a core set 2020, alright, War of the Spark, Ravnica Allegiance, and Guilds of Ravnica. Okay, so at least they are not going to rotate out this fall. There we go. So let's arrange them like so. Set those aside for cracking later. So we've got some packs of cards. Okay, so these are I'm assuming all of that stuff is the cards that you would get in every box of this. So pay careful attention if you've picked this up. I'm curious if there's any differences, so we'll check that out in a moment. Let's take a look at the Deck Builder's Guide here. So, welcome! Okay, building a deck, the basics, so it tells you about how many cards you need, number of copies and so forth. What colors do you want to choose? So we'll go through white, blue, black, red, green, and it tells you about some of the things those colors are known for. Building around synergy, so combining the abilities of different cards, how that works out. The mana curve, also important, so you don't get flooded with your mana, or you don't get enough mana there. Play and refine your deck. Okay, so fine tuning, quick reference, and expand your collection, of course, by cracking more packs, or you can just buy the singles on the open market at your local game store, preferably. Okay, so let's put that aside. I think that's probably a rare one. How do we get into these? Looks like there's a little tab here if I can get hold of it. There we go. A little tricky to find that. I'm assuming this is probably a pack of common cards, so we will dig in. We have a Windscarred Crag, so we're going to get 2 of those, Jungle Hollow, 2 of those, Swiftwater Cliffs. Okay, so some dual lands, Murder, couple of those, Lazotep Reaver, 2 of those, Audacious Thief, 1 of those, okay, Duress, and a Swamp. Okay, so now we're getting a whole stack of basics. 2, 3, 4. What do we got here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, okay. So, interesting number, we'll put those aside. And interspersed with that, we have some other cards, Pattern Matcher, some uncommons. So if you look at the silver color there, that means it's an uncommon. Diamond Knight, as opposed to just the plain black, is the common. Paradise Druid, oh, I got 2 there. Woodland Champion, Overcome. Grave Digger, Chemist's Insight, Air Elemental, Warden of Evos Isle, Spectral Sailor, Brineborn Cutthroat, and Bond of Flourishing. Okay, so we've got War of the Spark in here as well. Overgrowth Elemental, Clamor Shaman, Creature Goblin Shaman, 1/1 for 3. Yes, we do love the goblins here at MTG Unpacked. Ember Holder, Creature Goblin, another one. So you could probably have the start of a goblin deck here. Mask of Immolation and some more basics, so not terribly interesting. We'll skip over those. Next we have Scampering Scorcher, Chandra Novice Pyromancer. Okay, so this is a Planeswalker card. And typically they are mythics, sometimes rares, but in War of the Spark they started doing the uncommon Planeswalkers, so check it out. Plaguecrafter, Bleeding Edge, Disfigure, Cry of the Carnarium, Prison Realm, Haz the Marshal, Angel of Vitality, Herald of the Sun. Okay, so you could do an angel deck as well. Ajani's Pridemate, or a cat deck. I'm thinking there might be some other cats here. Get some forests, I think. Is that, yeah, that's the end of that. So we'll lay them out like so. And then dig into the next pack here. Again with this weird little tab mechanism. And is this something you have picked up before? Have you started off with a deck builder's toolkit, or you've just bought one of the Planeswalker decks or something else, just bought single cards? Let me know. I'm curious how people got started in Magic. Next we have Thornwood Falls. We got a couple of those. Rugged Highlands, Bloodfell Caves. Okay, and a Goblin Crater Maker. You could definitely start making a Goblin deck. Grim Initiate, Unsummon. So a couple of those. Frostlinks, Callous Dismissal, Negate, Vorst Claw, Sorin's Thirst, Obnixilus's Cruelty, Spark Harvest, Lazotep Reaver, Aerial Assault, Defiant Strike, Disenchant, Healer's Hawk, Hunted Witness, and okay, another land, Gateway Plaza, and then we get a stack of, okay, not a stack, a couple of islands. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to this. And then some plains. Yep. Put those in the plains pile. We have Dead Weight. Cloud Conceer. A couple of those. Winged Words. A couple of those. Evolving Wilds. Everybody's favourite card. Lets you search your library for a basic land card. Put it on the battlefield tapped. Risen Reef, this guy is pretty good. Creature Elemental 1/1 for 3. Whenever Risen Reef or another Elemental enters battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto battlefield tap. If you don't put the card onto battlefield, put it into your hand. So this is one of the few uncommons that is worth more than $1 at the time of this filming in this set. Sky Knight Vanguard, Moldavine Reclamation, Lightning Stormkin, Corpse Knight, and it is not the misprint, so that is probably just as well. That would confuse new players. Next we have Mountains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so another pile over here for Mountains. We've got a random swamp chucked in, a couple of those. Yep, so some swamps. Next pack here. Let's dig into it. And another thing I'm curious about, have you actually managed to put together a competitive deck from one of these? I would be very impressed, but you would probably end up needing the supplementer, although with these extra packs here, who knows, maybe you could get some crazy pulls out of those. Okay, we'll move that aside. Swiftwater Cliffs, Scoured Barrens. So if you want to do a dual coloured deck, you can do that. Blossoming Sands. Excuse me. 2 of those. Rugged Highlands. Jaya's Greeting. Fantastic. I make fun of that card all the time. A lot of people are known to cringe when I do the Jaya voice. Grim Initiate. Torch Courier Creature Goblin. Alright, I hope there's not too many goblins. I'm going to lose my voice at this rate. Infuriate, Sorin's Thirst. I think I saw that one earlier. Bloomhulk, Thicket Crasher. You could make a big creature deck. That's another option. Return to Nature. Open the Gates. Pull-and-Bright Druid. Gift of Paradise. Get a couple of those. Silverback Shaman. 2 of those. Leafkin Druid. A couple of those. And then we have some lands to break things up a little bit. So swamps, chuck those over there. Islands, bunch of islands, and then we've got some more dual colour. Bloodfell Caves, Dismal Backwater, a couple of those. Tranquil Cove. Okay, so they're really covering a lot of the different 2-color combos here. Tranquil Cove, another one. Chandra's Ember Cat. A couple of those you could do in the elemental deck. Shock. A couple of those. Jaya's Greeting again. Fantastic. So 2 of those. And let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And some random mountains just chucked in at the end. I'm wondering how they allocate those things like that. Curious about that. Okay, and then the last pack here, it looks like we might have some rares. So let's take a closer look at these. We have an aggressive mammoth. So you can tell the rares by the gold color there. Creature Elephant 8/8 for 6 mana. He is huge with trample. So he can do excess combat damage to a player or planeswalker. It's attacking. Other creatures you control have trample. That is impressive. Shivan Dragon. So this is a classic card. A creature dragon, 5/5 for 6 with flying. So that means this creature can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. And you pay a red, he gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Grave Waker. Creature Bird Spirit, 5/5 for 6 with flying. Pay 5 and 2 black. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So that's something you might notice. The black cards especially have a lot of graveyard interaction. Riddlemaster Sphinx. Creature Sphinx, 5/5 for 6 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, you may return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. So blue is very much about control, making sure your opponent cannot play. Next we have Serra's Guardian. Creature Angel, 5/5 for 6 with flying and vigilance. So that means attacking doesn't cause this creature to tap. Other creatures you control have vigilance. So very well could be the start of an angel deck there. And then we have stack more islands. Okay, and back to the commons. Radical Idea, Quench, Disdainful Stroke, Impassioned Orator, a couple of those, and more planes. So let's see, skip over those guys. Then Pacifism, I love the artwork on that one. Hilarious. Raise the Alarm, a couple of those. Lorune Enforcer, Ironroot Warlord, Creeping Trailblazer, Ogre Siegebreaker in the Rakdos colours, so that is black and red. Are you a fan of the Rakdos Guild? Leave a note in the comments. Tonebound, Lick, or Lich, however you pronounce it. Empyrean Eagle, Scuttlemutt, and then we're back to, what do we got? Mountains. There are going to be some other little bonus cards at the end. Nope, just mountains. Alright, so we have a stack of lands. Let's separate those out, and then we will crack some packs because that is so much fun. As you may have gathered, I started a whole channel about mostly cracking packs. So we'll set those aside and get stuck into it. Core Set 2020. Fingers crossed that Chandra's blessings get us the crazy pulls we are looking for. Okay, what do we got? Glaring Aegis. And keep in mind, whatever you get from the packs is going to be different than what I pull here, but I'm thinking maybe the rest of the stuff should be the same. Anticipate, Blade Brand, Angelic Gift, Scorch Spitter, Frost Links, Natural End. And that's something interesting. The cards are sort of like the bundle. They're like a softer finish, I think. Well, that's interesting. The ones from the packs are like that, but the others are not. Has anyone noticed that? Leave a note in the comments. Dagger Sail, Aeronaut, Bone to Ash, Griffin Sentinel, and Uncommon Sky Knight Vanguard. Chandra Novice Pyromancer, here she is again. I think we just had one in that deck, so that is pretty cool. Bark-eyed Troll, we have been trolled. And rare is Hanged Executioner, Creature Spirit, 1/1 for 3 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. For 3 and white, exile it, exile target creature. Alright, and a forest and a soldier token. Alright, next pack, War of the Spark. So I'm hoping for a rare or mythic planeswalker out of this one. Okay, we get a Turret Ogre, Pouncing Lynx. Ward Scale Croc, he'll bite your arm off. Watch out for this dude. Dustmantle Operative, Demolish. Lorune Enforcer, Defiant Strike, Mana Geode, Thunder Drake, Charmed Stray, and uncommons Devouring Hellion. Rally of Wings, we got a Watley the Sun's Heart, Planeswalker, and the rare is Living Twister. Creature Elemental 2/5 for 3, pay 1 and a red, discard a land card, deals 2 damage to any target, and for a green, return a tap land you control to its owner's hand. Not the best pull there, and a plains and a zombie army. Okay, Ravnica Allegiance up next. See if we can do better than that. And incidentally, this deck builder's toolkit sent me back about 20 bucks, so let me know in the comments if you think that is a good deal or you would rather buy some packs or individual cards. Next we have Prowling Caracal, Humongulus, Footlight Fiend, Mammoth Spider, Rafter Demon, Skewer the Critics, that's a good one, Bladebrand, Titanic Brawl, Growth Spiral, Exposed to Daylight, uncommons Clear the Stage, Sphinx of New Prague, Flames of the Razor, and the rare is Ethereal Absolution, enchantment 4/6, creatures you control get +1/+1, creatures your opponents control get -1/-1, and for 2 white and a black, so that's the Orzhov colours. Exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. If it was a creature card, you create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. And a Gruul Guildgate and a zombie token. Okay, final pack, Guilds of Ravnica. Save our bacon here. We would like a spicy mythic pool, please. Okay, we have a Torch Courier Creature Goblin to start off with. Hunted Witness, Vidalcan Mesmerist, Fearless Halberdier, Devkaran Dissident, Vicious Rumors, Gateway Plaza, Deadweight, Undercity Uprising, Parhelion Patrol, and uncommons we get a split card, Invert and Invent, Sunhome Stalwart, Wee Dragonauts, and the rare is Ritual of Soot. Not bad. Sorcery for 4. Destroy all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. And a Golgari Guildgate and an Elf Knight token. Okay, so there we have it. That is the Core Set 2020 Deck Builders Toolkit. I actually think this is pretty decent for new players. If you are learning, just starting out, want to get into building your own decks, coming up with some crazy brews, I think you can't go wrong here. You got this handy little reference guide, a whole bunch of different cards, and you're probably not going to brew anything too crazy, although there were some kids at the LGS who had picked one of these up. This was probably a year or two back, and they were actually able to get started. I think they had some vampire decks and stuff, which were surprisingly good for something that, you know, just came out of one of these boxes. And then over time, they obviously improved those decks, added new cards, cracked packs, and they actually became quite good players. So let me know what you think of this product, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.